tucked away in a corner office in Bowler 195D, the man who essentially runs the entire behind the scenes of Washington State football sits and preps for an undecided bowl game. This is Bill Stevens, the head honcho of Sports Information Directors at WSU. He's been in the position since 2007, and the other SIDs who work for him consider him nothing less than a legend.
Bill Stevens is definitely a guy that has mastered the art of relationship building.
Yeah, Bill is the best boss I could say you probably would ever want.
He's the kind of guy that definitely will lead by example as well. Those are probably the two best ways to be a good leader. He's really an ideal person to lead an office like this.
There aren't a lot of people who know what a sports information director is and the huge role that they play in media relations to sports.
I think it's, in a basic form, it's the liaison between the teams, coaches, and university and the media and the public at this point now with social media. When I started, it was more media relations, and now it's really turned into a communications, a broader global communications piece.
When Bill got to Washington State University as a student, the plan wasn't always to be an SID. He had something a little bigger in mind.
I didn't have Murrow right off the top. Honestly, I was a computer science major, thought I was going to change the world, and that lasted a semester. Reality sunk in, and I'd looked around and tried a couple different things, took a couple different classes, and really enjoyed the journalism classes, enjoyed the PR classes I took. It just kind of fit with me, and found a home at Murrow and loved it.
The thing about Bill Stevens is that he actually has changed the Washington State sports world. Without him, students like me wouldn't get to pursue our passion for sports in a professional environment.
Who's our broadest audience? At a school, it's the students. Who do you do your newscast for? It's the students. Who do you do your podcast, your stories? Your biggest audience is the student body as well. And that's a target audience of ours. I mean, maybe I'm helping you, which is great, but there's some selfishness into it too. We need students, and you're the conduit to the students. How are you going to get the experience if someone doesn't give you the opportunity?
Being an SID is time consuming. You're at work on weekends, you travel with the team, you work countless hours every single week. Bill used to struggle with work-life balance, but he found a way to make it work with a wife and 2 boys of his own.
I think that's part of parenting a little bit. Just trying to be everywhere, trying to be everything for everyone. We could have made other sacrifices, and I could have worked at an 8-to-5 job and, been there every day at 5:15 to coach teams or have my weekends free. My wife and I are a good team, and if I couldn't make it, she did. If she couldn't make it, I did. The work-life balance has really been in the last decade where it's important. I think I fell into a trap early on in my career, and maybe it still exists a little bit, where you think you need to be at work. You just need to be there. Whether you're working or not, you need to be around, which is wrong.
Bill Stevens is a real humble guy, but his intern Walker Brooks has one word that comes to mind to describe him.
Legend.
That was quick.
Yeah.
The Murrow Hall of Famer will continue to inspire student athletes, other SIDs, and anyone else who will have the pleasure of meeting him. With Murrow News 8 in Pullman, I'm Aaron Monson.